Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm
Oh, got us there.
yeah,
Okay.
I had trouble getting it up and I don't know what the problem was.
Okay. That's right. Here we are.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
So I'm happy to welcome some visitors. I see Deborah, who is our FinCom liaison, always loyal. And I see Zach Laird from the daily evening item.
Hi, Lynn. Thank you for having me. How you doing?
Sure thing, sure thing. So I am Lynn Spencer. I chair Community Preservation, which is our meeting tonight. And with me, we have Paul Spurn and Austin Antrim. And without one more person, we do not have a quorum. So,
Unquorumed.
huh?
We'd be unquorumed.
We'd be on quorum. I had a note from Dave Wilson that he's not able to join us tonight, but I'm sincerely hoping that Ellen is.
I'll text her.
Oh, great. That would be lovely. Thank you. We are one person down because of Nancy Cotelmo's convalescence, although we respect and appreciate that she will be rejoining us.
Good.
Yeah. We have kind of a light agenda for tonight because we're in the midst of a review of eligibility applications. So we may not be able to do business unless one of the applicants actually joins this meeting as they have been scheduled. And then even then, we may be short of a quorum, but we could have a conversation.
What are the implications of not having a quorum?
We can't vote.
We can discuss though.
We can discuss, but we can take no action.
Ellen says she is now opening her calendar.
Okay, great.
You lined up certain applicants that you expect to see tonight?
Yes, we had notified that the one applicant that we have not acted upon, Deborah, is the planning board's application for the master plan. Paul has reached out to the chairman of the planning board. At our last meeting, we had two attendees from the planning board, but we were unable to take any action because we needed clarification on whether what they were planning to do was going to be eligible according to CPA criteria. Hi, Ellen.
Hi, sorry, I'm 2 minutes late.
You are hardly late. I'm usually the one that actually. So now I'm able to say, Lynn Spencer is calling this meeting to order. We have a quorum. And I thank you all for attending. Deborah, just to remind you, we have a two-part process now. So
Okay.
we are actually having applicants submit short but trenchant eligibility applications. You know, if we view the project as eligible, we notify them and they move on to a full application, which is due January 27th.
Okay.
So well, let's start with the important part of the meeting, the minutes. Austin, you're grinning because aren't you glad you got the minutes like 4 hours before the meeting for your review?
Yes, I did have time to review them. I will keep minutes for tonight's meeting as well.
What a hero.
I
Thank
think I'm
you.
overdue.
Thank you. So with the minutes, we are also including our eligibility summary. And that will give you a sense of where we are. But the one application, well, first of all, let's actually address the meeting, the minutes and get that done. So any comments or edits on the minutes? Take a moment to have your review.
There's just one typo on page 2, second line. But aside from that, the content is fine.
Can you just tell me, I only have one screen tonight, so I'm gonna have to sort of,
Yep, so it's on page 2, second line, while proposed to be located in a open space. Should say
Okay.
in open space, that's all.
right, okay, I will correct that. No dangling participles or anything like that.
Oh, my gosh.
Deborah. The worst crime. Okay. Well, then, any comments on the grant summary chart?
I do have a question, and it's very general, and this may not be the place. Why have we heard so little to nothing about from the planning board? It seems to me that they haven't arisen, they haven't been particularly active in terms of the CPC anyway.
Right. I'll take that after we do the minutes.
Okay, oh, you're still on minutes, right?
Yeah.
So I move we accept the minutes as corrected.
Do I have a second on that?
Yes, I'll second that.
Okay. All in favor of the motion to accept the minutes as corrected? Paul,
Aye.
Austin,
Aye.
Ellen?
Hi.
Chair votes aye, minutes are accepted. I realize that I have actually skipped an important part of what I usually do, and that is introduce the committee. So Deborah is familiar, but Zach, perhaps you may not be familiar. I am Lynn Spencer. I chair the committee. I am represented and a representative of the Historical Commission. Paul?
Paul Spurn, longtime member, excuse me, appointed at large.
Austin?
Austin Antrim, also a member at large.
Ellen?
Ellen Goldberg, member at large.
Okay. Absent from our meeting tonight is Dave Wilson, who usually joins us, and he's a representative of the Housing Authority, and Nancy Cantalmo, who represents Open Space and Recreation. Deborah, to your question about planning board involvement, we have not had a representative. We typically have had a representative from the planning board on this committee. We have not had a planning board representative for some time and have reached out for someone to be brought forward. Members are actually appointed by the town administrator and board of selectmen. So that's one thing I should say. Before I move on to the open application, one thing that we talked about at our last meeting was the town website. And some of, how should I put it? Sometimes it takes a real persistence to get to the information you want to get to. And on the grant application and the process. And so Ellen, you perhaps rashly, but wonderfully, along with Paul, volunteered to take a look at it.
Yes. And would you like a report on that right now?
I would love that.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you the report and I'm gonna preface it with an apology that I should have sent you some documents prior to this meeting, but I didn't do that. For my own reasons that have nothing to do with this committee.
Like work, life.
Like life, yeah, exactly. But last weekend, Paul and I spent probably 3 hours on Zoom together working on this. Yeah. And so what we did was we went through the website, the town website, and tried to figure out, well, what would it look like if somebody who doesn't know anything about us, but just heard about CPC and a grant possibility, what would it mean for them to come to the website and get some information and try to understand how to proceed? So we did that and we drafted a proposal to change the language on the town website and then to like help make the navigation more accessible.
Mhm.
And I have those notes and I have one document that's full of red lines. And I have one document that's like an outline of please do this, this, and this to whomever will send it to, like Kristen or Kristen, either of the
Mhm.
Kristens.
Yeah, the two Kristens.
And the third document is something that I have to do, which is take the redlined document and accept all the changes so that and have a third document that's a clean version of what we are proposing should go on the website. But we want to redline it for you so you see what's there versus, but it's too messy to send it to you as is, which is why I have to send you a redlined and a clean.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
I need to do that. And I think we did a bang up job, frankly. We went at it and Paul was quite persistent even when I was flagging. So
Great.
I was pretty impressed. So I do have that and I just have to clean that up and send it to you. Lynn, I was thinking I would send it to you and CC Paul just so you can see what we did. Then you can, as chair, you can determine how to proceed.
Yeah. Thank you. That is wonderful. Wow. I have to say that will be a huge improvement.
Yeah, it will
It
be. I
is.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So my
thank you.
apologies to Paul as well, because he worked with me on this and I just didn't get it together to send it before this meeting.
Mhm. Okay.
Thank you both for doing that.
Oh, don't be silly. It's mostly Ellen's work and Ellen's expertise, Ellen and Nancy. It's been impossible to work with a mere human being on this.
Whoa. Okay. Well, thank you. Yeah, calm down. Okay. But that's marvelous. I really appreciate that because it's going to be hard for people if they
Yeah.
just don't know the ropes with that. And
Yeah. So we did our best. I'm sure there's improvement to be made, but I think what we did is an improvement over what's there. And we put something up there this year that was better than last year. So it's only going to get better.
okay. Well, that's great. Thank you. So
Yeah,
this is
welcome.
important because our applications, thanks to Ellen's work with the two Kristens, are now online. So they're
Right.
fillable forms online. So it's really all meant to make it easier for people, but we have to help them get there
Right.
to make it.
And I do have a question about whether or not we want to get the eligibility application and do the same thing that we did with the regular application, which is get it out of the PDF format. This was a jump to get it to this. We were worried that we wouldn't be able to get that to happen in time for the eligibility application deadline. But if we think that we want to move forward with that for next year, then I think we should, sometime, after all the applications are due, like sometime in February,
Yeah.
work to get it online as well, if that's what we decide we want to do. If we like it as a PDF because it keeps it kind of separated, that's fine too, but I want to bring it up to the committee for consideration.
Well, thank you, Ellen. We will sort of flag that for the great times we're going to be having in February reviewing the grant applications.
I
We
know.
can add this to the list.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, that's great. Well, all right, so that brings me to the one eligibility application that I believe is still open. And that is from the planning board. So Paul, I know you reached out to Sheila, and
Haven't
I
heard
did
from them.
too after our last meeting.
I haven't heard from them.
Yeah. So just to give you a recap of what they were applying for was $150,000 towards a $300,000 master plan. This is a townwide master plan. It would be preparation of a master plan, which actually hasn't been formally prepared since 1986. I know that we had requested a copy of the 1986 master plan, but I don't think that has been received. And quite honestly, I don't know if it's really relevant to us unless we actually see, an acceptable application. It certainly is a matter of, community interest, but there's a big but. And actually, I was going back in past records just a little while ago for one of my clients, and I don't even know if in 1986 that would have been in electronic form. Anyway,
No.
I don't know. So in any event, I'm kind of at sixes and sevens as to know what to do here.
Well, let me amend what I just said to you. I did get what looks like a PDF of the 1986
Oh,
master plan from Michelle, but I got no explanation for how anybody thinks it meets our criteria for funding.
Was
Yeah.
that the one that on the front page, Paul, had like unfortunately pages 22 to 23 are missing? Somebody
Oh,
handwritten that, Sheila Hambleton.
yeah, yes, that is correct.
Okay.
and
Did-
did everyone receive that, or did that just go?
I just Googled it just now. I found it.
Okay.
Let's see, I'll tell you. No, this was just mailed to me.
Okay,
Yeah, no, I just looked for it just now and found it on the website.
good.
The
Good.
town website.
Well, I Googled it, found it via Google, which led me to a buried document on the town website.
Oh,
It was buried. As
Yeah,
I
I
looked
found
too.
Yeah, but I found it. But
Okay.
Google had to do it.
All right, well,
Right.
thank goodness for Mr. or Mrs. or Miss Google. Well, we can leave this open, but I just have to say that I have, given especially what the previous planning board members shared with us at our meeting on December 2nd, and the lack of response. I just wonder how serious an application this, or an intent there is for this process, at least as it, the community preservation funding.
Yep, it's a wonder.
Okay.
I looked at this very quickly before your meeting tonight, and I was puzzled. I looked at it very quickly to see that bears are looking into this.
The
I
who?
read it's the way it falls on the spreadsheet. The bears is on one line, and then it says looking into the existing master plan. And I was thinking of these huge animals looking into the
Oh, I
master
see
plan.
it. Bears looking into the
Bears,
master
yes,
plan.
yes. I was just
I see. I got it now. Nice,
Yeah.
nice one, Deborah.
no, not really. It shows where my head is, but anyway.
Well, you're a philologist or whatever
Yeah,
that is.
that clarifies some of my question about the planning board having seemed so inactive. And should they get eligibility, 150 grand? I don't know. I don't know how to judge how much that is for what they will ask for, but it seems like a lot.
It's a lot of money, and quite honestly, if you look at, all the elements that go into a town-wide master plan, how it actually then drills down on the things that are eligible for our funding, at least in the planning sense, would really have to be determined. And I think, quite honestly, given the other claims on our funding, it's very hard to get seriously enthusiastic about this unless we are part of a much larger funding situation with grants other than CPA. So, and I have had a quiet conversation with our town administrator, who feels very strongly that there are state funds that are available for master plans of this type, because municipalities are in fact strongly encouraged to, prepare master plans on a timely basis. So I think that we will simply leave this as an open item, because there's, no ability for us to take action one way or the other.
So, for the ones that we have agreed as a committee that they are eligible to continue, I have notified applicants on behalf of the committee to move forward with the application. So I'm just gonna I'm to understand I'm to do nothing for now, correct?
That's correct. I mean, you have actually, in the minutes, I re-recorded the minutes so that we keep that on record as to who's been invited to apply.
Okay.
I think as the chair, I will I reached out to the chairman of the planning board after our last meeting. I will reach out to her again after our meeting tonight to say that we are unable to take action on their application without, without further information.
Which we told them about at the last meeting.
That's right.
Okay. All right, so I am going to do nothing
Mhm.
for now until I know otherwise.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
And I will communicate and then copy the committee, as well as our advisors from FinCom and the town administrator. Otherwise, I think there is little work for us to do until we get to January 27th.
So except for the documents that I'll be sending to you.
That's right. That's the town website sort of navigation, and we can certainly, we can certainly sort of be advocates for that, and I will undertake that, and I think in all honesty, having attention during the holidays is not probably the most likely thing to have happen, but we certainly will
Shane, can I
our
go?
observations.
Can I squeak my way through the currently scheduled meetings and make sure that this is all the meetings we should have or you want on the calendar?
Yes, you certainly could do that. That would make sense.
Okay, so we have January 13th is the next Monday we have.
Mm-hmm.
And then we skip a week until January 27th. And Ellen, correct me if I'm wrong, is that the day that applications are required?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so what is missing from the calendar is January 20th. And I won't add anything there unless,
No, that's
people-
MLK Day.
oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Forget,
I don't think we were going to meet.
forget about it, as we say in Brooklyn. Okay. And then we have a meeting every Monday, starting the 27th, in February, the 3rd, the 10th, the 17th, the 24th. And then March, we have March 3rd and March 10, and I think that's it.
Mhm.
Oh, I have us down for the 17th. Is that not right?
Let me check.
Oh,
It's possible.
I have us going through March 24th for whatever reason.
Yeah, in fact, that's correct, I think, Ellen.
Yeah.
happens is that Zoom won't show you more than a certain number.
Oh, I just put them all in my calendar. So that is all correct as far as I'm concerned. The exception of that is February 17th is President's Day.
Oh.
My office will be closed and I am not sure what I'll be doing that day.
Okay. Lynn, what do you think?
I think we should not meet on the 17th.
All right.
We are small but mighty at this point, so I do think we need to have everybody we can there.
Well, you know, you might want to go skiing. I don't know.
What, good point, good point.
Okay, so,
So I'm taking off the 17th from my calendar.
all right. All right, I will move to remove that. Okay. And then let me now check the town community calendar to see if that has what it should. All right. Once again, going backwards a little bit. February 27, then March 3rd, 10. We're going to remove the 17th and keep the 24th. Now, wait a minute. Why does this say, oh, that was February, sorry, the 24th. And then we'll go to March and finish up. Sorry to confuse you. All right, February, March 3rd, 10, 17, 24. We do not have a meeting on the 31st. Lynn,
If we're not
March.
done by then, we're in trouble.
all right, so we
Yeah.
are not going to schedule the 31st.
Yeah, no, we're not, no.
All right, so all I have to do is to remove the
February
17th
of February.
of March.
February.
Oh, sorry, February.
February. And do I have this going in my calendar to, I don't have it in my calendar for March 31st. Let me put that in there.
No, we're not.
Oh, we're not doing March 31st. Okay.
No,
Okay. So our last meeting would be on March 24th, right?
correct.
Okay.
And we're gonna take out February 17th. Okay, good enough.
Okay. Thanks, Paul. That's good housekeeping.
So the next one we have February 10th, February 3rd, and then, so we are not, so we can handle the website stuff via email?
Yes, I think we get that out. If we're meeting on January 13th, which
Yeah.
is really kind of a check-in. You know, if we have any problems, if we've heard that we have any problems, we'll know it by then.
Right.
Because otherwise you very kindly had also helped send out relevant information as you sent those emails out.
Yeah. Yeah. I told them where the link was, so they can
Exactly.
find it. This is
Yeah.
really for new people,
Yeah. So these are all familiars.
right?
So I think that helps.
Yeah.
All right. Any other business?
Any
Deborah?
news on Nancy?
Yes, any bulletins there, Lynn?
We know that Nancy's been moved to a rehab facility in Brighton. She's working hard. And I think there's the hope that we'll be seeing her sometime in January. Is
Good.
what I've heard is
Terrific.
the latest.
I think Mariana said to me that she had a scheduled, the provisional date for, the 17th of coming home.
In December,
Yeah, but that was a week or two ago, so.
right?
I guess-
And then I've heard subsequently that that was probably optimistic, but you know,
Right.
all this is speculative at this point.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, but we all send best wishes, and cards and notes are probably appreciated. So. Other comments, questions, concerns? I don't think we have a light attendance tonight, and I have nothing in the chat, so I would be entertaining a motion to adjourn for one of the shortest meetings that we've had, so we should really celebrate that.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor of adjournment for tonight, Paul,
Aye.
Austin,
Aye.
Ellen,
I,
chair votes aye. Austin, you really pulled it. This is the shortest set
Yeah,
of minutes ever.
that probably shouldn't count, but
I think probably should.
Um, just a
Alright.
quick comment, Lynn, great job Saturday, speaking at Philanthropist Service. That was very, very nice and very
Yes.
moving. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah,
You can all tell she meant a lot to me and so many
Yeah.
people. So,
Yes, yeah.
in fact, Zach, I think I talked with you.
Yes, you did. Thank you very much. I hope you know I appreciate all your kindness and your help. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. We're very glad to have you join us anytime, Zach, and thank you for
Thank you
your
so
effort.
much.
So,
Thank you.
okay, folks. Well, happy
night, everybody.
Hanukkah, happy Christmas, happy New Year,
right.
happy.
Happy.
More to come. Okay. Bye,
Okay,
everybody.
signing
hi,
out.
everybody.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.